start that. There we go. Oh, Neural's been broken for ages. I need to contact Metal and see what he's doing. Plus 5140 of today's. It's because of how it how VODs work. VODs actually get uploaded in chunks, as far as I'm aware. So if you're trying to watch via the VOD, you won't see that next, I think it's like 15 minutes until the 15-minute chunk finishes. I believe, anyway. It's a bit weird as well. It doesn't work perfectly as 15-minute chunks. But it's related to the chunking of stuff system. I'm trying to be in front of the camera, but it's very annoying. Hey, Philosopher. Hello, Fluffy Scarf. Sorry, I missed you joining there. After Wolf's configured it. I don't understand. The source that doesn't go to the VOD was already configured. There was just nothing going to it. It was the Windows side I had to change. I'm trying my best to like keep this focused, but it really is terrible. Should we try something completely different for the focus? Also, chat, if you haven't already, could someone share the link to the short that I put up earlier before the stream? If you guys could go and watch it, like it, and share it by going to share and then clicking copy link. That would be super helpful, because I want to see how it affects the stream today and see if it helps at all. Right. Yeah, I don't like the camera being so close to me. Thanks, Frog. Yeah, if you guys go and click on that, watch it through, then like it, then click on share and copy link. And we're going to see if YouTube then pushes it to more people, and then if that brings more people to the stream or not. Okay, that guy's blue armor is done. I need to speed up a bit. Build the form with all the details you need to give me a contract. And pay are the same as your previous contract. As union to oh, okay, cool. I was going to say they should give you a pay rise, because technically they're taking you from the old job and all that, but hopefully that doesn't mean that you skip a pay review period, because that would suck. Right. Just trying to think. I'm going to try something, and we're going to see if it improves the focus, okay? So we're going to do this. We're going to go like this. Loosen that to turn it like this. So now it's directly above. We're going to zoom in a bit. If I can find the zoom. And we're going to see how this goes and see if it's better. Does putting the shot on loop achieve anything? I think it does for the first so many views. Actually, it might just continually count. I've no idea. I know at the very least, if you watched it like 3 or 4 times, it would count. Okay, that's one knee done. I find the knee pads are the most annoying part, so I'm kind of doing them first to get them out of the way. Inline system pays index and rises automatically based on the inflation in January and July. So that was significant in the past few years. That's good. Our country sucks. Although, because I work for myself, technically my pay rise is Twitch increasing the cost of subs, and that's it. Which, by the way, that increase in cost was not applied to tier 2 and 3 subscribers. So if you'd like to support the stream more, subscribing at tier 2 and 3 is actually quite a good way to go. And if you're currently tier 1 and think about tier 2, the plan is to add culty emotes, where Wolfie has his cult hood on, to tier 2, so there's lots of cool stuff in there. Hello Sarah, how you doing? How is this camera angle doing, by the way? Is it focusing better for you guys? Are you seeing a bit more? I feel like it's easier for me. I'm getting to actually do my full painting instead of having to crane my head around a camera constantly. Doing okay. Sarah, I put up a short. Can you go and watch it, like it, and share it? I'd really appreciate it. I want to see if, like, it helps to post it during stream. Or if I should, you know, post them at lunchtime or something instead. Right, so this guy's torso is basically done. I'm gonna have to try and get in a little bit down here. Okay, that's gonna have to do. Thanks, Sarah. Okay, just got the guy's helmet to do, I think. Because I'd already done the shoulders. Cool. Right. So I've been going for an hour. Would you guys like to see me finish 4 models, or should I try and do the whole squad? What's the opinion? Because I think batching in 5s overall is probably best, to be fair, but would you rather I just kept going so I get a whole squad done at once? Stream streak, nice, Zero. Can't wait for us to have actual working streak counters. And Twitch not to address it for another 2 years. But yeah, how's this camera angle, chat? Is this better? Do you feel like you're seeing more? Best as part of the Twitch extension? True. I really like the fact that we're kind of progressively making more and more stuff. I just hope that people try out Silverwolf and are like, actually, this is good. Which I've been trying to get people to, but it's hard. It's hard to convince people of using a new thing. People don't like change, as they say. The Poke Two Shoes? Not today. He started streaming when I was going to message him, so I'd rather just kind of leave that to it. Also, what the hell is going on with the stream bitrate? Why does it still think I'm over? I don't know. Yes, I meant to sort that out today, but then I was very sick. I've not had the best health today, unfortunately. It's been rather awful. Yeah. I should be able to do it tomorrow. There we go. These little knee pads are done. It's good to know I can just have the camera like this, though. I've been thinking about doing these painting streams as daytime things, but I don't know. Any other tabletop war games? Just a little bit of D&D. That's about it, really. Sorry, I'm checking chat on the other screen because it's really small on this one. Oh, you got the insurance sorted? Okay. Did you see my reply to you about my plan for sorting the car out? Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I'm going to go over on Friday, clean it, get it started and working fully. I say fully, you know, running. And then because that weekend Frosty and I are going to be busy sorting some bits out. And then next weekend you'll come and get the car. And then you'll be able to drive to come to do the campaign games. Pike and Shot. It's impossible to find Americans like English Civil War or 30-Year War. That's fair. Nice, Zero. So chat, my goal this month is that before I go away on holiday, I would like to get to, I think it's 500 sub points. Because then, when I come back, it'll actually be 350 because I go away on the 20th, which means we only have until then to manage the goal. And then I'll be back the next month. That month will be finished. And I really just don't want to have to do what I've had to do after being sick again when coming back, because that'll just ruin the whole thing of going on holiday, which is the point of it is to have a rest. And if I'm constantly worried about that, it's just going to be so annoying. So I'm going to try my best to kind of find cool ways to make subs do stuff this month and all of that, and hopefully we'll get that goal. But we'll see how we do. Napoleonics, yeah. Play a casual game of the... Oh, God. How long is that game supposed to last? Oh, by the way, just a reminder for those who've turned up a bit later in the stream, the Terrible Game stream has been moved to next Tuesday for to avoid the fact that we're going to be voting and America has Independence Day. And so you guys are going to want to go and do things that day. However, I will be playing The Unfinished Swan or something, whatever that game's called. So his armor is now blue, just need the helmet done. The only thing about these guards is they've made them way cooler than I want my PDF to be. I want them to be just useless. For or against American independence on the 4th of July? I'm not allowed an opinion on that. That's what Americans vote for, right? Imagine if it happened the other way around and England decided to become independent from America and they were just like, we don't want America. Well, how do you think that would have played out? There we go. There he is in his blue armor. So it still needs highlighting, but I've got loads of other stuff. We're voting for whichever geriatric dementia-riddled person they want to hold on. Yeah. Wouldn't dump tea in the harbour. No, they dump guns in the harbour instead. Or like melt down guns, I don't know. Do you think when they dumped tea in the harbour, because it would it have been all of the tea? So would it have turned the harbour into like a giant cup of tea? Guns and bald eagles. Bald eagles! Oh my god. Gave us the guns? I mean, I suppose that's true. From one particular oh, okay. Saltwater tea. Oh dear, Apples. Are you supposed to be giving someone a lift? Is that the situation? Hope they're not just taking advantage of you. That wouldn't be very nice. Dispensary. Oh, I see. Is it that kind of dispensary? I thought, honestly, I thought pharmacy. Like just a regular pharmacy. Am I too innocent? Can you guys still see this okay? It's unfocusing again. And I don't really know. There we go. Yeah, I had to move that stuff slightly out of the way. It's... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I did not know that. Because we sometimes call pharmacies dispensaries, as far as I'm aware, in the UK. I've definitely gotten faster with painting. Now that I'm kind of getting back into it again, I feel like I'm actually getting through these a lot quicker. It may not feel like it to you guys, but yeah. I have a Dutch guy who asked, do they have coffee shops in other countries? Maybe they just forgot to send the text. Why don't you just go in and see if it's ready? If it's been an hour, you can always go in and say, haven't had a text yet, but it's been an hour, can I have my order? Oh, sorry, I headbutted the camera. About anxiety. I know what you mean. I think you should go in anyway, personally. Because your time is important. Okay? And you have to remember that. If they say there'll be an hour, there'll be an hour. And it's likely they've done, you know, they've forgotten something. Now I just keep headbutting the bloody camera. Collectively going to get high on your time. Oh my god. Do you know something interesting about Twitch rules regarding weed? So I could not stream myself getting high on weed, but Apples could, because they live in a place where it's legal. Common camera. I actually find this camera very annoying. It has been nothing but problems. Right, that's blue armor done on another guy. This is going surprisingly fast. The text is here, there you go. Off you go, Apples. Apples, is this your first time? Could I stream it in a place that's legal? I would have to check. I'm not 100% sure. I think so. Oh, I forgot to paint this guy's boot covers. I thought I had forgotten. Okay, I'll go back and do that in a sec. Second time. Oh, okay. Wolf's Dutch day out. In my oregano. Or oregano, as we say it here. From the dispensary. The stream. Oh my god. It's if you look below the stream, there's a little lo-fi link. like a little picture. And as long as you have that in your about bit, you can play this music for free. And this is what I used to play at the start of the stream all the time, until I added the clip system. And they update it semi-regularly. So there's usually new stuff going on all the time. And yeah, it's good stuff. Easy to listen to stuff. Although I've been more of a podcast listener of late. Right, shoulder pad's done. Need a bit more paint. It was like pencil shaving. I actually don't know. I can't remember. Also, my sense of smell is not great anyway. Oh dear, Johnny, that doesn't sound like fun. I mean, I personally don't really have any interest in trying it. But I think I'm a bit like that in general. Like, I won't... The model is right here, camera. It's right here. You can do it. There we go, for God's sake. During a D&D session? Oh dear. But yeah, I think I'm a bit like that because I'm the same with alcohol. I was like... I decided for myself I wanted to try it. Liked it for a bit. And then I was like, nah. Don't actually like this anymore. I'm done. And then just stopped having it.
Hello.
Hi, you okay?
I have multiple news fronts.
Oh, do you need me to mute?
No. Firstly, Rizzy's a girl.
Oh,
There are no testicles on that hamster.
okay.
Secondly, no mites.
Good.
Thirdly, managed to cut her claws.
Oh, good job.
Fourthly, she may never let me touch her ever again.
Oh no.
It was a time, but I had
But
done
she
it.
was okay when you cut the claws and that.
I just held her to the point where she couldn't move.
Okay.
She-
No, I mean like you didn't cut them too short or anything.
No, I just
Okay.
couldn't all that. But yeah, she literally was just... But yeah, Rizzy's a girl,
Oh, okay.
and that also explains why she's a massive dick.
Oh, okay.
So...
So do we need a bigger enclosure?
I don't know.
I figured out how to make a bigger enclosure.
What would we do with it? Where would it go? It barely fits where it is.
Just go on the dining table. We barely use the thing.
I know. I don't know. She fucking legged it though. Oh, that's great. Good job. Is it a lady hamster?
Yeah.
I think it might be. There are no testicles. So
Oh, Apples came back to exactly the sentence. There are no testicles on that
I'm
hamster.
so sorry, Apple. So I'm gonna go and give her some seeds to be like, I'm real
Please
sorry
forgive
that
me.
I traumatized you.
Yeah.
Thing is, we can't do a bigger one. We haven't got the room. It meets minimum. I think given that she's a female, we're just gonna have to do an absolute fuckload of
We're going to have to change
Bedding.
the bedding more regularly.
We're gonna have to change bedding more regularly, and we're gonna have to give her more.
Yeah. Oh, I missed their fucking boot covers again. Sorry.
How could you, Ben? Babe?
Fine, you can call me that.
I know, you will. Time to drive home. Back in a few. Okay.
Alright, Apples.
Alright. I also...
Apples just got weed for the second time ever.
Oh my god.
He lives in a legal state, so
Wish I could have some. This day.
I just don't have any interest in it.
I know you don't, but that means you can look after me.
Oh dear.
I forgot the treat, so do you just want an omelette? Cheese and ham?
Sure.
Cool. Yay, thank you, nice and easy. Okay, bye kids, have fun.
Bye.
I'm gonna go and beg for forgiveness for my little tiny bubble break.
Okay, thank you for checking them though.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we never really checked, Rizzy. We just went with what we were told. So we're currently only 4 subs away from 400. My goal is 500. So we're not that far away overall. There we go, got his little knees done. Has the focus been overall pretty good, chat, or is it still being a poo? To the bees. He's the blue knees. The blue meanies? I don't know. Anyway. I'm going to go back to the guy whose boot covers I didn't do. And we're just going to finish that. Okay. As long as it's been pretty good, hopefully it will remain that way. For the first time in many, many years, I may be about to use up a pot of paint. In the last few years, usually they would dry out before I got the chance to use them up. But it would appear that I'm about to use up a pot of Cantor Blue, which is pretty great. Yeah, I keep meaning to watch some other miniature painters just to see like what angles they use. Because I'd really like to kind of do that more. Okay, his boot covers are now painted in the base colour. Why is this not? There we go. My what I've been told about Army Painter is that their paints can often come out badly. I've seen their spray paint be just the worst. But I've only ever really used myself GW paints because they've always been good. However, I'm probably going to get some AK Interactive white because GW's white now is terrible. I also miss the old Games Workshop paints. They just seem to last longer and better. Okay, his boot covers are done. Now let's go back to doing your stuff. So, hang on, I'm just going to... the primer isn't great. Never had a problem with their other stuff. Okay. Shouldn't we be painting with orc blood? It's definitely not that I painted more in the past. Everyone has noted that the new white is terrible. But you could literally bring old GW paints back from the dead with some water. Which is something I used to do all the time. I would buy ancient paints and then clean them up by just adding some water. Fuck ton of shaking, yeah. Whereas now you can't do that. I've got a bunch of paints which... The other thing that proves it as well is that I left my old paints to sit for like 2 or 3 years. Opened them, still usable. Left newer GW paints to sit for a year. And they were done. I had to replace them. There's nothing I could do to get them to work again. And they're all acrylics, so they are all supposed to essentially be the same, but clearly something's changed. Okay, I've done that side. Right, still got a few bits left to do. A bit of water, a little bit of this. Let's do the shoulder with this watered down stuff. Also, one thing I can't stress enough with painting models if you like what you've done, then your paint job is good. It doesn't have to be to some glorious standard. Because at the end of the day, if you want to play this game, you got to paint an entire damn army. Hello, frog. What? Yeah, at the end of the day, if you want to play a game of this, you got to paint an entire army. So you need to be painting this to a standard that you can paint repeatedly. I mean, admittedly, I'm going to spend time on the characters and stuff, but that's just because they're the characters. They need to look fancy. Okay. I've still got to do all the transfers on these guys as well. Heroes and big models, yeah. I got to post some pictures of my Reaver Titan actually. Although I've got to glue his waist back on. Fortunately, that's the only bit I need to glue back on. A tiny bit more. Also, old Space Marines Never really looked that much bigger than Guardsman. But once I finish this blue, I'm going to show you guys one of my finished Marines next to a Guardsman. Because the scale is actually really cool. Okay, I think I have all his blue done. I'm just gonna top up his knees. Okay, he's blue. Let's get him out of the way. They have characters. Another warp lightning cannon, so confession. Hell pit abomination. A laser cannon? That sounds cool. Although the warp lightning, would that not be a bit big? I actually have a bunch of really old Skaven to sell at some point. Right, so here's a Guardsman. Comparatively, here's a Space Marine. I love this. They've done such a better job with doing scale now. It just feels like this is a superhuman. It's fucking massive. Oh, the Hell Pit's the giant one. I forgot. But you look at him and you're like, this is a superhuman. This is a human. Well, old GW scale is what's called hero scale, which really is aimed at things like D&D, where every character is a hero, and therefore, and also, the other thing now is that they can model it in a 3D modeling program, which they couldn't do before. 1-0 for France in minute 84. Ah, too bad. Still annoying though. I don't have like a more recent old Space Marine, so the best I can offer you is Space Crusade. So here's a really, really old Space Marine. Here's an Imperial Guardsman. They're quite similar in size. Here's that Guardsman. Here's the new scale of Guardsman. But can you see how... Oh, I don't know why it's not focusing now. Let's do this. There we go. Do you see how his head and his hands are much bigger? And the reason for that is that this is what's called hero scale, where the hands are larger and the head is larger, because those are areas of detail normally, because D&D and stuff, and also because this had to be hand sculpted way back in the day, whereas this was made in a 3D modeling program. They could adjust it and change it later. And the difference is insane, and part of that is the improvement in plastic modeling, molding as well. Things are just so much better now, and you can really see it when you compare things like the Guardsman. Just a huge difference. But right, I've got to highlight these. Do I highlight the blue now, or should I do the brown? I should probably do the brown. Oh, I'll be back in just a second, chat. Right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to step away for a second. Oh yeah, so my plan for these guard is obviously they're going to be blue, but then their vehicles and their heavy equipment is going to be like it's just come out of the factory. So this is painted grey. with the idea that it's the default colour that it would come out of the factory, because they've never had to use them. But cheekily, it's going to match the grey colour that I need to use for my deathcore, with the idea that the way deathcore work is that their stuff comes out of the factory or out of storage, unpainted. They just put the tank markings on and send it out. And that's due to their Civil War stuff that was going on. So it gets really interesting that basically I can go, oh, you found this unpainted tank. Let's whack the tank markings on it and send it out into the campaign. That way I can do some really cool stuff where if the guard player rolls really well, they can get themselves some free stuff and some upgrade stuff. Which I think is a great little idea for improving things and giving you a reason to really want to play well. And with some luck, you'll unlock like extra tanks and stuff like that. One of the things I'm hoping is that I can afford to get some extra stuff, because I want to get a couple of the little vehicles that that one of the gangs has. I think it's the Enforcers. Hey Dodo. I want to get one of these vehicles that the Enforcers have, because it's like a Land Rover, and I want to make it so it's like a farmer's Land Rover, because I want people to be able to, during a game, get into them and use them as a transport or something. Because I thought that would be a cool little extra, that like, oh, this little vehicle's on the map, I can use it to move my squad faster. But you have to like roll well and stuff like that. I just like the idea of having that extra little option. Right. I think this is the better angle, but I still think the focus is going funny sometimes. How you doing, Dodo? At some point, I want to do a stream where we design the farm maps. So you guys can kind of see the design ideas behind it. Okay, this section, this bit's going to take a bit longer. And I kind of have to get my face in there to see. Gonna need a couple of layers, I think. A thick penny. What? Had stream open and lurking. Ah, okay. Friends went to sleep. Fair enough. Did you go and check out the short from today? What did you guys actually think of today's short? Did you like it? Trying to kind of go back through old shorts that old clips that haven't been posted and post the ones that I think are funny, but I don't feel like I've done many funny clips lately. I think it's been a little while. I think part of that is that I've just been so horribly sick. Okay. That pouch is all painted. You liked it? Yeah, you say that, Philosopher. I was sick this morning. I'm slowly getting better, but it just, some days it doesn't feel like it. Fortunately, I have another appointment on Wednesday. I'm hoping that's going to be like where they tell me if they think I'm going to be alright or if I need something else. Working through being sick, working for yourself tends to go that way, I'm afraid. Drove past some mansions. Ooh. Do you know what? On the way, like past our local dump, there's a house. Like a big house, but they've got an old American steam train outside. Or if you work in the US. Oh, really? God, that sucks. I'm sorry. At least you guys help support me when I'm having a shitty time of it. I really appreciate that. I was really worried about coming back to streaming, but you guys have been amazing and really helped a lot. I'm probably going to give this a brown wash just to neaten up the edges. Three times for taking time off for being sick. When I even had a doctor's note. Oh my fucking god. That's illegal here. If they fired you for taking time off, they'd be in massive, massive trouble. And have to pay you a load of money. Okay, it's time to switch to a smaller brush. This brush is too large. It's legally required, but they asked to see it 3 separate times. Did they think your age changed in the time you were there? Did they think you got younger? Were they high? Man, probably. I've really been enjoying getting back into painting though. It's so nice. One of the nice things with painting though is if you use washes, you can wash the put wash into the gaps, and it makes things so much easier. Kinwan paying, oh my goodness. Yeah, it's quite heavily regulated, to be fair. Okay, that's absolutely not working. Right next to a Wingstop and a hoagie shop. Oh my god. They know their audience, clearly. Right. That honestly doesn't look focused to me. And I can't tell because I have my screen's gone to 1080p, so it's not very clear. Which came first? True, who had the most business acumen? Was it the weed shop? Or was it the Wingstop and the hoagie shop? Dispensary with a Taco Bell inside. I mean, imagine if Taco Bell got into that business and they opened little dispensaries inside every Taco Bell. I wonder if there's like a higher risk with it though, and therefore it's not worth it to the bigger companies or something. Back of my throat is like getting hit by cold air in just the wrong way, and it keeps making me cough. It's really annoying. Do you guys think I ought to add like a little rotator of finished projects so you can kind of see what I've painted? I feel like my painting screen could do with some extra bits, especially now I'm probably going to be doing a lot more painting on stream. Okay, that seems like my best option. Oh, get a free taco, yeah. Like a slicer in a corner, yeah. Oh, I see. I'll see you, Dodo. Have a good rest. I'll see you next time. So, at the moment for these guys, what I'm doing is blocking out the colours. With the idea that I can then highlight and tidy after, sort of thing. Okay, his chin strap is painted. I think that's all the brown on this model, so I can go on to the next one. Partner with food trucks. Yeah. So you can't smoke in a food place, but can you food in a smoke place? So you could just have small Taco Bells in the dispensaries. American laws are made to be gotten around like that. That's my understanding anyway. Selling cookies outside one. Oh my god. Honestly, that stuff being delivered sounds dangerous to me. Some people would just never leave their homes again. Keep hitting my head on this. So what I might do is raise the camera and zoom in some. Okay, I've got to clean my brush again. For the service area and thus part of the restaurant. We have one next door. Oh, okay. And allow people to bring it in. Oh, okay. So if we bring this up. That didn't really zoom out. Oh, okay. Oh, has this been at maximum zoom the whole time? Okay, that seems better actually. And I should hit my head less. Yep, in fact so much so I can put my head under the thing. Barely, yeah. Ugh. So the brown, painting the brown straps is actually like the biggest part of this model painting for the guard. Because these new models just have so much detail on them, it's actually crazy. Old guard models don't take very long to paint, but these new ones have like pouches and all sorts on them. And if you decide to paint them a different colour, then oh boy, are you going to be painting for a while. Also, a lot of people do sub-assemblies of these. Of models in general. I am personally not a fan of that. Just because I'd rather they were glued so they'll never come apart than I had a bit that I'm probably never going to see painted. I had sub-assemblies for my Eldar when I previously did Biltan. Glassman's submarines. Age of Sigmar, Vermin Lord, and Black Coach. Yeah, the new models are like so much more detailed than the old ones. You can really see the progression of like quality in models since then. Oh my god, Zero. So sub-assembly is where you build some of the model, but like you'd leave, say, the arms off of this guy so that you can get to the bits underneath. I'd rather just figure out the order in which to paint them so that it works, you know? I like putting them together and then spray painting them. I don't like having to paint separate bits, and I don't like trying to paint loads of models at once. However, batch painting 5 at a time for me is actually a pretty good number. It works quite well, because I feel like I can batch paint 5 without struggling too much, or getting bored of it. I feel like this is better, but I need some other stuff. You love kit bashing? That's fair. Actually, let me finish using this brown paint and I'll show you a kit bash I made a long time ago. It's just sat on my desk, so I don't have to go anywhere. So I might as well show you. It was for my orcs. I don't know if I'm going to keep it for the future, but we'll see. Good job I didn't highlight this blue. I've just put 2 big patches of brown on it. Absolute potato moment there. This brown's also slightly too watered down, so it's gonna need another coat. I've just fucked up that bit of cloth. In another potato moment. I gotta paint some of this cloth anyway, because his one of his leg pouches is unpainted for some reason. Okay, that'll do for now. I actually have a kit bashed model that has nothing to do with 40k that I need to finish painting at some point, but I've slightly taken it apart, so it's not perfect. But this... Oh, there's a bit on it that's not supposed to be on it, but whatever. This is an orc battle wagon, I guess. But it's the front half of a truck attached to a Lehman Russ chassis, and then this is tissue paper soaked in glue over a frame of something. Oh, it's the orc truck parts, and then there's that's a rhino interior plate. And then I did have a plate here across the back on an angle, which was a rhino door. And then I've made a Gatling shooter as the big shooter, and yeah, orc half track, like a big one. Oh, and this is a spare Vindicator option panel. I actually don't like these on the Vindicator, but the Vindicator I got like second hand, and it had it on already. Oh, and it was impossible to remove, so it stayed on. But yeah, I made loads of Orc vehicles like that. I've just taken them apart now. Actually, here's an Orc Dreadnought. I took apart one of his arms because I needed some parts from it. But his legs are 2 sets of Dreadnought legs stacked up. This was the Dreadnought from the starter kit in 5th edition. And then these are actually resin Mark IV Dreadnought legs, which really probably shouldn't have cut up, but I've had them spare forever. Then you've got Sentinel leg in here. That's actually a las cannon from an old Lehman Russ kit that's been cut up. I think this is a bike front bit, and then a barrel with a slit cut in it for the face bit. But yeah, kit bashing. I used to do it all the time. Somewhere I have Angron, who I kit bashed before there was a model for him for Horus Heresy. But yeah, it's all coming together. Right, so that now needs... I actually had to let that dry anyway, so that worked nicely. Yeah, lots of things to kit bash. Actually, I'm just going to turn around. Is there any kit bash stuff behind me? Not that's still in one piece. I have a basilisk I'm progressively rebuilding for the campaign. It's not needed for the initial army, so it won't be ready right away. But we'll get there. Right, so all of this needs an extra coat because it's a bit thin. It's just... get these shoulder straps done. I might rig up some different cameras for next time and see which one works best, because this one has consistently worked before stream. I start the stream and then suddenly I just have to change everything. Every time. It's been awful. It look like snot. Oh dear. The thing about those ones from the 90s is the models are worth so much now that if you sell them, you can just buy the new stuff. I was saying this just the other day about one of my kits that just I haven't built. And it's why I need to get on with, like, selling it. that's all done. Let's just get his chin strap. Okay, that'll do. Don't think I've missed any of the stuff that needs to be brown, but I do need to go back and do some bits. Oh, actually. Actually, I might paint that one silver. And I'm going to need a smaller brush for that one. Okay, I consider the brown on that one done. I definitely recommend looking it up on eBay. There's a filter you can set filter by sold. I've done that for some of my stuff, and it's shown me that some of the things I was going to build and use for stuff, actually I should just sell and buy newer stuff because I can buy twice as much. The only problem is selling it is, well, I've never really sold anything on eBay before. And I don't know if eBay is the best place to sell stuff and, you know, all that. I don't know if it would turn out that there's like some Warhammer place I could sell it where it'll sell better or whatever. And I think I often like talk myself out of this stuff by winding myself up, like, oh, I should make sure I'm doing however good and all of that. Here you go to the local GW shop. So that I know that that's something you can't do. Or, well, I suppose I could surreptitiously do it, but I don't know that that's a good idea. Go for eBay, yeah. eBay is probably where I'll sell it in the end. But apparently there are some like Facebook groups where you can sell certain things. Like sometimes there'll be big time collectors on there who'll pay more to not have it go to eBay. But it's dependent on what the culture is like. Some of them it's a culture of lowballing. And so it's like not worth it. That's fair, philosopher. Oh yeah, so I was saying earlier, yeah, up near the dump, there's a place that has an old steam train outside, and it's an American logging railway train. It's like, I mean, that is someone who clearly has money. That's a pocket under his gun. Is that the most annoying place it could be? So, tomorrow, new Elden Ring run. I have not completed the game before. This is going to be my second attempt at a full run that I'm hoping I'll enjoy. Well, I'm going to need a fresh drink. Mine has dust in it. I'm not going to drink the paint water. It's got acrylic in it. It's incredibly bad for you. I'm probably already full of too many microplastics. I'm going to go and grab a fresh drink. I will be back in a sec, chap. Hi, chat. Florida ounces. Oh, God. Yeah, so, long time ago, Sons of Horus had a weird colour, and I had to create it, so I made a whole pot of it. Unfortunately, I think it may have dried out. Oh no, I used a lot of it. God, that looks messy in there. This was a common thing. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, I got a fresh drink. What? Oz's full name is Ounces? Ooh, there we go. Right, let's get this guy out of the way. We got 4 more guys to do. Actually, we have 2 more guys to do brown on. Once the brown is done, it's only black metal and skin tone. Now, the thing with skin tone is I need some more skin tones, basically. Because I don't think I have stuff for dark skin tone. I've only got it for light skin tone, which is really annoying. I'll have to go and get some more paints. And Horus Heresy friends. From roommates. Oh my god, what is happening? But yeah, once I'm... Okay, so what have we got going on? Tomorrow we start Elden Ring. Tuesday we play the Terrible Game stream. I've picked up the wrong size brush, but I'm going to use it until I use up all the paint. When I come back from the holiday, I'm going to try and do all of the goal streams so that they're all just kind of complete and out of the way for me to start fresh. This guy's got a Geiger counter on his bag. I don't know if you can see it. That little thing right there. Wow. I don't know what I've done to the camera, but it is having an aneurysm. Hang on. It's trying, it doesn't understand. But there's a Geiger counter on his backpack. What if I zoom it all the way out? And then bring it up. Oh, those are my legs. Yeah, see, now it seems to work. That's so strange. Maybe from here? See, as soon as the zoom is used, it just freaks out. Oh yeah, I do want to do that. I also need to do something which I don't like doing, which is I have to contact all the mods that are just like not around anymore or not moderating and see if they say anything. Be like, do you still want to be a mod, sort of thing. I don't like doing it. But I have to do it. Wonder if I've got another in-between brush. I have one. How does it compare to the others? Me, I'm not around. Rob, you're here all the time. What are you talking about? What size is this? A 2.0. Okay, we'll use the 2.0 because that's smaller than... Well, that's a 1. What size is this one I've just shoved over? Ah! Here we go. An O. That's what I was looking for. Perfect. I don't know. I just, you know, you hope that someone will come back. And it feels like if you take the mod off of them, there's just no chance of them coming back. Just feels a bit like, oh, that's it then. Which is just sad. But you know, things change. And there's not a lot you can do about it in the end. I can't believe this is still not focusing. Oh, I'm going to bring it a bit closer. What colour was this? Oh, this was probably brown ink. I can tell because it's got bits of sand stuck inside it. Mods. Oh. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Unfortunately, it happens to be that like if they're not around, it's not like you can make them come back. I've got to try and find a guide or stream camera setup for painting because it's such a niche thing. It might just be that I need to change this to a webcam. Right, that's all brown, backpack's brown. It's got a strap on that side. And I think that's it. This is the annoying thing. I had to lower my camera, so what I might do is lower myself down. Being a cult leader or a necromancer. True. Final stage of recycling, Jesus. The extreme frog. Okay. I think, other than his chin strap, That's everything that's going to be brown on this one. Okay, I think that's good. Cycle the skulls into a new throne, jeez. Okay, we've gotten to that point, have we? Reuse, recycle, reanimate. Okay, number 4, getting the brown treatment, and then when this is done, we will have 5. Well, no. I was gonna say we'll have 5 complete guardsmen, but by the end of the stream, we'll have 5 complete guardsmen. These guys are so much more detailed than Space Marines. I'm willing to bet that I could have painted 5 Space Marines by now. But I have to do these guys. They're really important for the story. Like, the Planetary Defense Force is the local people of the campaign location, so that, like, we have to have these guys somewhere. Does anyone know if conscripts are still a thing in the Imperial Guard? From like a points point of view? Because that's kind of what these guys are. They used to be cheaper, but with a lower ballistic skill and weapon skill. Oh my god, Frog. I thought you were goth, Frog. Hang on. Made a bubble. There we go, I popped it.
Come on.
Oh dear, right. Let's get just a bit more going here. The thing I find with these guardsmen is that it's not until you paint their skin tone that they really come together. They just feel a bit rough until that final touch is done. I don't think I popped the housing bubble. Sorry, chat. You're not going to be able to afford houses yet. Unsub. Will you subscribe to me so that I would pop the housing bubble? I feel you may have been misinformed. I play games and paint miniatures. Looking at game page, so an older news item for official. Yeah, God. I mean, that kind of thing is allowed on Steam now. So, I mean, yeah. Thanks to the types of social media we get now, that's kind of the way things are going. Might have to close my window. It's starting to get a bit cold in here. I'm very confused about it. Wasn't even an adult game. Yeah. Sounds about right. This is what I'm saying. The way things are currently going, it's quite plausible that that becomes a norm for promoting your game. There we go, backpack painted. Chest straps done, I think. Well, not complete. Ooh. Not completely. Let's get in there done. Okay, belt looks completely done. That all looks done. I think we're good on him. Right. Maybe Ciro would know. I actually haven't looked at the Steam sale, and I really should, because there's a bunch of games I want to play on stream, and I just haven't got around to yet. Hello, Zero. People are just saying you know about porn games. You know, no change there. Right. So, is the next job to highlight the blue or to paint the silver? There's not a lot of silver to do. I suppose it's to paint the silver because some of it is on the blue. But then when that's done, I can paint the... I can highlight the blue after. Right, so we're on to Lead Belcher. Shall we find out if Ciro knows? Ciro, a perfectly PG game, has released a toy based on one of the alien creatures in it. Do you know what game it is? Okay, helmet marker's done. Might just go through and do all of their helmets actually. Suspicion. I am tired of this goddamn camera. There we go, managed to get a tiny bit on the helmet. But we'll clean that up later. There we go, so that eagle is done. You're right, Ciro. I find that hard to believe. Okay. All those eagles are done. I'm going to use a slightly larger brush because this one's drying out too fast. I'm also going to close my window because it's fucking cold. And verify it yourself. Ciro, you know that you can hide games now, right? Right, just gonna... I gotta... how do I reach this over the camera? I accidentally moved the camera a whole bunch. Yes. There we go. There we go. A bit warmer now. Why do you want to hide games though? I don't know. I was just stirring. I knew. I said that because I knew that it would give you guys a reason to use that emote, finally. Alright, let's move these guys out of the way. Now, did I paint... What did I do with the butt? Oh, I see. I just painted the end plate. Yeah, probably not the best idea, Ciro. Maybe I should get you to pay me for it now, just so you don't accidentally spend... Oh dear. You don't end up buying anything in Steam sales? I rarely do. What tends to happen now is I will buy games that I feel like I'll buy games that I was planning to buy anyway. Like, I'll leave them on the list until the sale and then get them for stream. I used to buy way too many games. But when you start working for yourself, you kind of change your mind about that. Right, I've got to paint the metal bit on the top, so I need a little bit more. Right, so the top focusing bit's done. That bit of the butt is painted. There we go. Do I need to paint the back of the... Yep. We're going to get back here and paint the clip. There we go, that's done. And underneath. And back here. Okay. So, does he have anything else metal? Yes, he's got a grenade. Okay, grenade's done. Then we're going to paint the end of this knife. Need to clean my brush. Oh, have fun, Bubba. See you later. Games that are yet to release. Yeah, that's super annoying for me. I only really play Fortnite and Minecraft anyway. I mean, that's fair. I used to be like that. In that I only used to play TF2. At the moment, I'm just super excited for Space Marine 2 to come out, because it uses the same technology as World War Z. Diversify the games you play. Only if you want to end up getting caught in the whole thing of I should do this because stream rather than I should play this because I want to. Right, I think that's all the metal. So the next thing to do is highlight the blue. Then top up the black. Or maybe highlight. I'm not sure. And you'll never enjoy yourself ever again. Sometimes. But actually, I've really been enjoying painting. It's been really nice. Rather than playing new games. So that's how I started. The first, I want to say 20 games I played on my stream were replays of good games that I really enjoyed because I wanted to go back to them and it was a good reason to do it. After that, yeah, it doesn't it doesn't stay that way. Right, let's get the black paint out, do some tidying up. Give it a good shake.
New follower.
Thank you for the follow. No Mercy Mike. How you doing? Yeah, so I want to reiterate on the painting front. As long as you like what you did, it's a good paint job. I follow loads of people who paint stuff perfectly, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. But I never feel the need to paint as well as them, because what they do is totally different than what I do. They go, here's one model that I'm going to paint perfectly, and then I'm going to post that to Instagram, and that is my content. But for me, I paint a whole damn army. Hey Mike, welcome to chat. I'm doing alright, thank you. Prone to hating their own work, aware of the flaws. Oh yeah, absolutely. That is very true. And so you have to remind yourself that you need to paint for yourself. Like, the way I paint is because I know at the end I will look at the army together and go, that's very cool. Oh god, Frog, remove it. Don't ever try Breath Edge, it's terrible. Did you know it's getting a sequel? Out of pure masochism, I might get the sequel. To be honest, I'll probably make it a sub-goal or something. Right. Okay. Right, it's not perfect on the gun, but it's pretty good. Okay, looks like I've painted the silver. And I just need to do his boots. Once his boots are done, I'll highlight the blue. Probably wash the brown, then highlight that. It's a bit of an awkward section now. No, I did not paint you, Zero. Right. Oh, ad break. I don't have any French girls. What are you talking about? Oh, is that why? That's how I'm not painting Zero at all. Oh, Zero. By the way, I'm going to have some food before we talk about car stuff, because I'm actually starving. Okay, we've got to do the top of his boot, and then that's done. And then we highlight it to make it look pretty. Yeah, we'll do. Okay. That boot is done. It's looking a lot more effective now. Right. So this should be where things start getting interesting. Because it should start looking real good. Oh my god. I think if anyone did that to me, I would never work with them. I'd be like, nope. Right, so I'm actually going to wash the metal first. Just so it's done. Just get into all the recesses and stuff. Yep, good idea. That was a pretty weird and not honestly that good game. Also, I believe Justin Roiland was cleared of charges. I don't remember. But I know that he lost all of his like work contracts anyway. So I don't know what that means overall. Okay, right, okay. 500, oh my god. I actually don't know how many, I think I have like 100 and something on my wish list. When can I pay you? I know, right? Thing is, I feel awkward if I'm like, yeah, just pay me the money. Because you haven't been to see the car. Oh, is that what it was? Oh, thank you for looking it up, Mind System. I wasn't sure. Yeah, thank you. Okay, in which case, yeah, just let's just avoid that. Because that usually suggests there was some evidence. Although we can't. Do you know what? I am just not gonna say anymore. I don't know the situation enough. I'm a little bit worried that the car's just like not gonna start. I have told you repeatedly I haven't started it in quite a while. Like I'm not... I've been completely upfront about that. But I have managed to get it working quite easily after not starting it for ages repeatedly, so... It shouldn't be an issue. I'm just worried. Potentially. How unlike him, I know, right? I will talk about those kind of topics, but only for certain things where I believe, like, where I have facts, I think is the situation. I don't have facts about that, so I can't talk about it. If it's like trans rights or whatever, I can be like, okay, we believe in that, and we can take a hard line on that. Well, I'm just glad that your dad's a mechanic, Zero, because it means that, like, whatever happens, whatever's wrong with the car that's, like, left over, he'll definitely be able to fix. That's going to be the main thing, like, I know I can happily give it to you because he'll just, like, fix it and be done. Because you know there's one issue with it. Okay. I was going to carefully edge highlight everything, but I've realised that I much prefer edge highlighting with a dry brush. More business? No, there's been an issue with the car for a long time that I told Ciro about as soon as he was interested in the car. which is why I'm selling the car for as little as it is. Because it was under the assumption that he'd get that thing fixed and then it would just be good. That car can run for another 100,000 miles. Okay, I do think highlighting with a dry brush might be the better option here. I'm not sure. I can't remember how I highlighted it on the other one. What did I do different? Huh. I'm gonna try. That's a nice amount. Are you doing it monthly? Oh, I usually pay for a whole year. But once. Just because it's usually cheaper. Or have you just paid for like 1 month and that's it for now? Oh dear. Another bot posted. Thanks, Mind System. Remember, chat, kill all bots. Actually, that's not true. Just kill all bots you didn't choose to have in here. A car fund in case... Ah, I see. That's fair. Honestly, once that one thing is sorted, you shouldn't have any issues. The car was a solid runner. I think I only got it to like 77,000 miles before I stopped driving it. So even though it's an old car, it should go for a long old time yet. Okay. Okay, highlights coming out okay there. Just need a little bit more to highlight the tops of the knees. Has anyone been following this guy that's been doing the Getting Out of Debt series? I think he's like normally a film critic on TikTok. But he was like 30 grand in debt. And he started selling all his collectible stuff. And now he's like really close to being out of debt. It's amazing. It's very impressive. He's done a really good job. But it makes me think about how, like, I wonder if I should try and do something like that. Like, getting... I don't know what I would call it. My only debt is the house. Okay. That's fair. My system was a degree, and they didn't even give it to you. Did you not finish your degree? Is that what you're saying? What were you doing a degree in then? When you were doing one? I never got a degree because I didn't know what I wanted to do and I felt like it would just be a big waste. I was right, as it turns out. Computer science. Ah. Can you go back and finish it? That's something that would actually, you know, benefit you quite a lot if you finished it. Okay. So the next thing to highlight is grey on the gun. So I've gone to doing just one because I'm at the stage of like highlights and things. So there's no major area work to do, so it's not worth. Okay. Bit grey highlight on the gun, nothing too major. Oh, and then the boots. Not sure that's going to work very well. Not sure I want to anymore. Time and emotion. Yeah, that's fair. That's another reason I wouldn't go and do a degree. Although I've been thinking about, like, I have briefly thought about doing like a online course or something. Okay, his boots are highlighted. That means the only thing left to do is the skin tone, to be honest. So let's see if I can do any good at doing a skin tone. Right. So last time I did this, I didn't realise I had the skin tones I had, which means it didn't work very well. So I've got Bugman's Glow, Cadia Flesh Tone. I've got Seraphim Sepia, but I had a Flesh Tone wash that I don't know what I've done with it. I've got Reichland Flesh Shade. It's a really old one. Do I not have a new one? I mean, the good thing about washes is they last forever. But still. Ah! I have a new one. Reichland Flesh Shade. There we go. It's the colour of flesh. It's not really, but it's sort of. Right. So we start with this warm flesh colour. There you go. Put that down. Add a little bit of water. Take our man here. And paint in all the face. Get everything covered. Now the thing about the new guard, I don't bother painting their eyes because the new models are so small scale that with my smallest brush, I would need a magnifying glass to hit the target. And honestly, pupilless eyes also look bad. And I don't think I could get a pupil in there. So I'm just going to go without. So we've done the darker flesh first. And we need just a little bit more because we've got to do the hands. Okay. Oh. Somehow these paints are causing this not to focus, and I really don't understand. It's really quite strange. Anyway. So that hand is now done. Now we need to do the other hand holding the gun. A bit more paint, a bit more water. Get each of these fingers. Okay. I need a bit more water because this is not flowing quite right. There we go. Sometimes you just need to add a bit more water, especially as the paint dries. There we go. So that flesh looks really quite warm. But then, hey Money Dog, how you doing? So we've got all those warm tones. So now, take Arcadian flesh tone and put that over the higher areas. See if this focuses, which for some reason it won't. There we go, now it focuses, it's just right in front of my face, which is very annoying. There we go, lighter tone on the hands. Gonna need a bit more. So now we're going to do this side. So the skin's looking a bit dry now. Yep, painting stream. It's gone alright as well. Not too bad. As things go. Right, so now we're going to take a larger brush. There we go. We're going to take our flesh shade, which apparently I haven't used, which means I must have been using my old one, which is not the best idea because I got to do a whole army. Right, take that, and then through the magic of shading, we give him a mustache. Hang on. I gotta spread this out a bit. So what this is supposed to do is go into all the recesses and shade it. So once that's dry, I'm going to go back with the Cadian flesh tone just to bring up the edges, and then it'll be done. Spirit shade of flesh. Oh, I see, yeah. So visceral. True. But that gives us 2 Cadians. Not Cadians, Planetary Defense Force even. Now, I don't know that there's any tidying up I have to do on this guy. But the overall idea is that these guys look pretty good. They don't have to be perfect, because there's going to be loads of them. There is actually a tiny, tiny bit I need to clean up. Let's get the tiniest bit of Administratum Grey. And then do the world's tiniest line. There we go. Those may have looked fine, but that one was bothering me because I could see it straight away. Right. So by now, I believe, yeah, the flesh tone has, for the most part, dried. So now we take another little bit of Cadian flesh, add a tiny bit of water, and then we just go back and we just get the edges and stuff. The only thing about this that I find annoying is I have to be careful I don't accidentally just make him look like Skeletor. Because when you're highlighting edges, it can quite often result in highlighting where the bones are. And you end up just making Skeletor. Right, that'll do. That's 3 colours. What's wrong with Skeletor? He's undead, which is not what the Imperium tends to go for. So what these guys need next is basing, because it will make the model look finished. Like, these guys are not finished completely. I've done the texture and I've highlighted that texture, but I've been experimenting because they're going to be on an agri world, which is like a farm world. I've been trying to figure out how to get grass to look good, and honestly I'm still not sold. This is actually static grass then washed with a dark brown, and it looks okay, but I'm not sure. I think this is the right shade, but I don't think I'd want to put this much grass on it. Also, this little lump here is fucking awful. It looks like someone's let a dog do a shit in the middle of the field. But I've just been trying to figure out, like, farming style, like a farm planet. What does that look like for bases? Oh, I like the motivational Skeletor memes. They're pretty great. It is like a weird little cactus. Yeah. It's supposed to be a grass tuft, but I've just never seen good grass tufts. Just never seen them. But yeah, I think this was originally like a bright colour. Let me see if I've got the... So it was this static grass. And you can see how much brighter it is than the base, and that's too bright in my opinion. But having washed it with Agrax, I think that really made a big difference and made it look a bit more like wartime grass, if you like. So I definitely won't be using the tufts, but I will be using patches of grass like this, I think. I think it just looks a bit more effective. It's more trampled, yeah. Wartime grass. What I mean is, like, it's all been trampled down, and I definitely need to leave bigger patches so it looks like there's more mud and stuff, because there was supposed to be like a little bit here, and that obviously didn't translate. And I don't know. It's just, you know, they currently look like this, and it's figuring out the right amount of grass to go on this base to make it look good. You know, like, how do you balance that, right? So I think the answer is going to be less of this, but with the shade that I've done on this, I think that will look best on these guys' bases. I can't believe how much harder it is to be motivated to paint on stream, but I think the problem is the camera. I think I need to dig a webcam out and see if it will autofocus better. Because for some reason this expensive Sony camera is just a bit shit. It's just a bit shit at it. So I've still got these 3 guys to do. And then we've got these 5 who need their blue armor doing. But it's quite likely that when I do some painting later, I'm going to have a go at painting these flamey boys so that they match up with the Marines I already showed you and the tanks that I've been painting. It was quite nice to rescue these, really. This was actually my first Predator tank with my original first army, which was Ultramarines. So it's nice to make it not an Ultramarine tank. They're kind of the vanilla army of 40k. Thing is, right, this Sony thing is supposed to be... Look, what's it called? It's it says it on it somewhere. I think it's on the top edge of... Oh, it's on the top edge of this. It's a Sony ZV-1, right? It's supposed to be really good for autofocus. And it's fine for people, but as soon as it's like a desk or any level of close distance, just abhorrent. It's just awful. Abhorrent is a good word. I've also got all these Guardians I started last time. But hey, at least I finished a model on stream, right? It's good to have a pair of them. I think they're going to look good overall. I've still got these heavy weapon teams to paint as well, with the idea that the guns themselves are still going to be the default, like, this default production grey. Sensor next to the lens, does it? I don't think so. Oh, this thing? Supposedly, but it doesn't seem to be. I can't see a sensor there. I thought it was a sensor, but it doesn't seem to function the way I thought it would. Anyway, lots to paint. This one even has a moving bit. How's my Reaver looking? I'll glue the Reaver's waist back together tomorrow, I think, and take some pictures finally. But, you know, it does feel like I'm finally kind of getting through things. Just these guys have so much more detail on them than a Space Marine. You know, if I'd painted a Space Marine, I probably would have had, you know, 5 or even 10 done today, because they're... I mean, look at the difference. This man, I have to paint blue. His chest eagle is silver. His gun is black and silver. Do some details. Do the purity seal. Done. This guy, on the other hand, I have to paint the cloth in the light color, then blue for the armor, which is all over the place, then brown for the strapping, which is also all over the place, and then do the silver and the black, and then highlight everything, and then do skin tone. Like, there's more stages and a lot more to it. But it's just one of those things. You know, they are gonna look really good when they're done, so that's the main thing. They use a side sensor. They have an issue where the focus point isn't in the middle of the view. Get off to the side. I mean, this can actually do like tracking, and I've had it track a model before, but I can't figure out where to set it to always do that. It just did it one time and then went back to the same focus it had before. I don't really know why, but look, if I bring this closer... See, why is that fine now? That's so confusing. The only problem about this is I can't see because the whole rig is in the way. I'd have to paint by the screen, which is a nightmare. I'll give it a try though. What have I got to do next on this guy? I've done the brown. I've got to highlight the blue, I think. So we can do it the easy way, because I've got to paint a lot of these. Yeah, I don't know a lot about cameras. It's like one of my things I don't know a lot about. This seems to be okay. Okay, this highlighting is... Yeah, that ain't gonna work. I can't use the dry brush method because I've done other stuff and it's a dual tone colour scheme and the cloth deserves dry brushing more than armour does. Ugh. By the way, I have a pile of about 10 brushes I use for painting. I've been cycling between them all today. It's a lot of brushes. Right. I can't believe it's taken all stream, but I finally got a good angle. The internet's being weird? Oh, that sucks. The thing about highlighting, you just don't actually want to highlight every single edge if you're going to do it like this. Because it makes it look ridiculous. Yeah, we need a bit more. I'm looking through like a little gap to paint this, but it seems to work okay. Oh, God. Oh, thank you for the 3 subs, Money Talk. We're 1 sub away from 400. Okay, I think I can call the blue highlighted there. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Yeah, you scared the shit out of me. Oh, God. Why? Oh, my God. Thank you, Money Dog, for the 2 subs. Reaching 400 sub points. Thank you so much. And you're up to 15 sub points, which means you are now 10 away from the next gift badge. And we are 99 subs away from my goal for this month. Which 99 subs actually activates the birthday alert. I just realised I didn't paint this guy's belt buckle. But you also basically can't see it, so I'm not going to paint it. Because no one will ever see it. Right, armor's highlighted. So the next job is to highlight the brown bit. And then do the silver and the black. And then we're done. It's actually not too bad overall. Where have I put the dry brush? There it is. It's okay, Money Dog. You don't need to do that. I appreciate what you've given. Now we know it. You all have to suffer. So, because this is cloth, I'm just trying to dry brush to get a more... to make it feel a bit more like it is cloth. But I have to be really careful not to accidentally highlight something that shouldn't be highlighted for brown, highlighted for brown. But I think we've got like the vast majority of what we need there for it to look good. I need to fix ASAP. There's a tiny skull on the belt of these guys, and you basically can't see it on one of them. But I am about to do the silver, so fine. I have painted his tiny belt skull. I don't know what this thing is, so I'm going to paint it silver. I need some more paint. I'm glad we figured out the camera, and the answer was to basically put it directly on the model. The camera is currently about 3 inches away from the model, and I'm looking through a tiny little gap to see it. Also, thank you, Above Earth, Bobbington. I will do that in a minute, and Money Dog, I will do the stretch as well. Did I repaint? No, I did. Someone just rang our doorbell. It's going alright. We broke 400 sub points.
Hey, good job.
And
A Chinese turned up.
oh,
And I got really excited because it had my name on it and it was for 2 doors down.
it had your name on it.
It had my name.
That must have been why they came here.
It was very sad. Oh.
Which way was it 2 doors down?
Pardon?
Was it 2 doors down in the
2 doors down in the row.
Oh.
The horrible people.
Oh no.
I know, I should have taken it. Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry, chat. Frosty did not look at chat. One of the things I like about these new guardsman models is that all the las guns are actually different. They're all variants on the las gun, which I think is a very cool thing because it means that they don't all just look the same, which is what most of the guard do. Screen go black? No? Might have to refresh savior. Right, what am I missing here? The knife. How am I doing now, chat? Is the camera angle preferable compared to what it was? Okay, all the silver's done. There's not a lot of silver on them, which is nice. I think this is the best angle now, because I can just about see. And it's detailed for you. I think in this top corner here I might add a little like rotator of things I've done so far. I need a slightly larger brush because I'm going to do the wash next. It's great, I'm glad. I'm sorry it's taken me like all stream to get to the good viewing angle, but at least we know for the future. This was a big thing, like for quite a while I wasn't sure how best to have this set, and this seems to be just right.
Right, building up.
A little bit more to do the knife. Okay. Oh, that also means I need to wash his head eagle. There we go. Oh, and the belt skull. And this little thing. Just need to have some of my water. Oh, it's 9 o'clock, right. Well, in that case, let's finish this guy up. And then that'll be it for today. What my life is. Yeah, I get what you mean. Excuse me. So I'm just going to tidy up this brown here. Okay, don't need to do it anywhere else. No, that looks okay. So one of the things I learned a long time ago is, see how there's all this brown here? That's good. And the reason that's good is because there's going to be so many of these guys that if they had loads of detail on the board, they'd look like rubbish. It just would be way too much. It's fine if it's only a few, if you're doing like a golden demon entry or something, because then you've got all your guys and they've got to look fancy and stuff. But when it's, you know, I've got to do 25 of these guys, they're all going to stand near each other. Plus their heavy guns, plus a sentinel, you know, it all adds up. That's too watery. A bit more paint. Okay, right, let's try that again. Okay, get his boots painted. God, I was right to only choose 5 models for today. No way I could have got 10 done. Right, I'm gonna need a little bit more black paint. Oh, that portrait where it was all red. I don't really understand it. Was it just that artist's style, or was it, did it mean something? Okay, I think the black might be done. Blood! Compassion and empathy. Yeah, generally that's what it means. I feel like the artist was taking the piss. Right, let's highlight the black. Yes, the red in the English flag represents blood. It's a whole thing. Okay, I think it's getting on a bit, so I'm going to leave it there, I think. Because the red is so vibrant. That's a good point. But then you could make a different suggestion for that kind of thing in every type of red. So it was a losing battle, really. Right, chat. I'm going to switch over to the ending screen. That's going to be it for me today, but I'm glad we figured out what we're doing with the camera from now on, because that has actually been a nightmare for years, so pretty happy about that. But thank you for watching today. Oh, did I accidentally? No, okay. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope the mic's been okay and all of the other stuff has run alright. I'm so glad that we figured out the camera, because that has been such a pain in the ass for so long, and I feel like now I've got a place where I can sit comfortably and paint. So hopefully I'm going to get a whole load of stuff done on stream soon. He's taking the piss. He's done a lot of portraits for other roles earlier. Oh, okay. That's fair. It's mostly just him and the colour. But yeah, thank you so much for all the support today, guys. I really appreciate it. We've broken 400 sub points. The goal is 500 for this month by the 20th. So hopefully we can manage that. Assuming the usual amount of disappearing and reappearing of subs and that kind of thing. What was I going to say? I can't remember. I'm really tired today, and I'm very hungry. So I'm going to go have something to eat, talk to Zero, and then that's going to be it for me for the day. But I hope you guys have had a good time watching the stream, and just in general, really. But I'll see you tomorrow from 5 PM. Don't forget, tomorrow we start a brand new playthrough of Elden Ring, and hopefully I'll actually enjoy it this time. But yeah, for now, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for the support again. I really appreciate it. And good night, everyone.